Hey, it's Dianel. It's officially summer. Actually, it's been officially summer for the past 2 weeks. I just suck at posting, but honestly, it really isn't my fault. I was just very busy these past few weeks. I had graduation. I had college orientation I had to do because I'm going to college. Woo! Yay, college, education. Anyways, now I am not busy and have nothing to do and will probably spend the rest of my summer days in my room watching Netflix.
But that is okay.
That's just what's gonna happen. So I mean, I assume that maybe some people are also gonna be doing the same thing, and maybe that's not true. Maybe I just literally have no life and have no plans for the summer, and this is like a just me scenario. But I digress. I know what it's like to exhaust your Netflix feed. Okay, plane, please interrupt me. Bye. Have fun. Are you done? Oh, you're still going on. You're very far, by the way. I don't know how I can still hear you. Cool. Thanks. So, I know what it's like to exhaust your Netflix feed. It seems like there's absolutely nothing interesting on Netflix when you don't know what to watch. Chances are you have not watched 70% of the shows that are on Netflix. You're like, oh, there's nothing to watch, but really there's so many things to watch. There really are so many shows on Netflix that people haven't watched that are actually good. And we're such bullshit people talking about not judging books by its cover, whether that's literally or figuratively. But literally that's what we do on Netflix. But while people don't just look at the cover and be like, oh, I don't want to watch that looks boring, they do read the summaries. And in my opinion, the summaries are just as much as the cover as the actual cover is. So if you just read the summary, then you're judging it by its cover, because that's such a superficial thing, because it doesn't really capture the whole show's essence. But anyways, I am literally going on for too long and don't get into the topic of this video. My point here is, I finally paid attention to a show I was never paying attention to that was on my Netflix feed, and I was like, yeah, okay. I tend to be a follower when I'm watching shows, and I just watch shows that are popular, everyone's talking about. I don't watch shows that I just come across. Anyways, I saw a show called Elite, and I was like, whatever, let's give it a try, because there was literally nothing. I couldn't find anything to watch on Netflix, so I was just like, you know what, let's just watch this. Let's see what it's all about. The cover of the show, I'm gonna put it right here, it gave me House of Anubis vibes, and I was just like, oh no. I had very low expectations when I saw that, because don't get offended if you liked House of Anubis, but oh my god, that show was so boring and bland. I literally could not get through it. So yeah, I had already low expectations, not get past the first 10 minutes expectations. But as soon as I started watching, the show grabbed me. Literally, the show grew 2 arms, held me by the shoulders, and shook me. So first of all, automatically, right from the get-go, there's a person covered in blood, and it is heavily hinted, literally in the first 3 minutes, that someone died, someone was murdered. And to top it all off, at the end of the first episode, they show who the victim was. So you just have to accept the fact that that character is going to die early on. You have to accept that, which in my opinion is just as bad as a character just dying suddenly, or maybe worse. Not gonna lie, I thought this show had a very How to Get Away with Murder vibe because of the whole start with a spoiler thing, but it's very different. No, I saw someone describe it as what Riverdale thinks it is, which I'm not gonna lie, it's very accurate. I'm sorry. Back to the dead character. I found myself getting really emotionally attached to this character, and then I had blasts of realization that they are gonna die, and that was heartbreaking. Because you see this character's whole arc throughout all the episodes, and they paint this character for the most part in a way that makes them likable. So it hurts when they die, and you already know, but you can't really prepare, if that makes sense. I have managed to get so far into this video without even explaining what the show's about. Get ready, because it's a little complicated. Actually, not really, it's not, but I'm gonna start. So there are 3 presumably lower middle class Spanish high school students who are dislocated from their school after it spontaneously blows up. It was not spontaneous. So these 3 specific students get scholarships to this very elite high school in Spain, while their other classmates get dispersed to less prestigious schools. Now, let's explain a little bit about the characters. So Samuel or Samuel, but like it's Samuel because he's Spanish. He's the protagonist, although I don't like calling him the protagonist because I feel like everyone, at least all the high school students in this show, give so much to the storyline that I feel like there's no real main character, if that makes sense. He's kind of shy, not really shy, but like definitely reserved. Like he keeps to himself. He isn't very outgoing. He's just kind of like there and doesn't want to like introduce himself into trouble. He's like the boy next door. That's his character. He's the boy next door. Then he eventually falls for one of the rich preppy girls, and then that causes problems, but we're not gonna get into that because, you know, spoilers. Then there's Christian. He's just this big blob of happiness and hyperactivity. I don't know. He's very animated. Like, he's so animated. He might as well be a damn cartoon. His main interest is to be up there with the rich and popular kids, and he works so hard to get what he wants. And last but not least, we have Nadia, which, oh my god, she's such a pure soul. Also really hardworking. Like, her goal is to be the best in her class, and like no one is getting in her way. Also, let me just say, she's Muslim, and let me tell you why that's a big deal, okay? Because we know in the US, Muslim representation is like kind of like and like not really great. But like the Hispanic community, like like literally is none. Like there is no Muslim representation. So when I saw this Spanish girl wearing a hijab, I was just like, wow, this is the content I signed up for, honestly. But of course, in Spain is a prominently Catholic country. Like these kids like do a lot to make sure they alienate her, which sucks, but that's her situation. Okay, so now the problem with this school is that it's mostly comprised of the top 1%. It's full of snobby and spoiled rich little high school kids. So when they find out that there are going to be 3 kids that aren't of their social status or like economic status, they get big mad. Let's introduce them. So Marina is the other protagonist. She's one of the rich kids, but she isn't as snobby. Or at all, actually. She's the only one that really seems grounded and doesn't think that people of a lower class are the devil, which is great. She's also the one Samuel likes, which, ooh, the classic poor boy, rich girl trope. I promise it's not very cliche. It's a very good storyline. I swear, just watch. And then there's Guzman, who is Marina's brother. And yeah, while their siblings are the exact opposite. He hates the new kids with every ounce of his soul. He doesn't understand why they're there. They don't deserve to be there, in his opinion. The horse he's on is so incredibly high that if he falls off from said horse, he will literally disintegrate into the sky. That's how high of a horse he's on. Anyways, he's a dickhead. End of story. Then there's Lu, a Latina queen. Like, she did not ask, no más tuvo suerte. But yeah, she's not Spanish, she's Mexican. So she's kind of an outsider, not really. She has the same behavior towards the new kids as Guzman. But she has like a very special hatred for Nadia. They're both after the same thing, and that's being the first in their class. And Lu does not fuck with that. She's not happy about it, and she does anything in her power to try and sabotage her. There's a bunch of characters that I feel are important, but for the storyline's sake, I'm not gonna get much into them. Like, I'm just gonna give a brief description, but know that they're more than just that. So then there's Polo and Ander, which are Guzman's like best friends. They do anything for him, even if it's illegal. Kind of a little hint there. And then there's Carla, who is Polo's girlfriend. They've been together for so long, and they're trying to find a way to spice up their relationship. I'm not gonna get into it much more because I feel like that's giving too much away, but yeah, that's their little storyline. Then there's Nano, who is someone's brother, and he's up to absolutely no good. And then finally we have Omar, Nadia's brother, who's struggling with himself and his identity because of his extremely religious parents, and so is Nadia, by the way. They're trying to find themselves whilst trying to make their parents proud. Now, how do all these characters connect? Well, it seems to be that this combination of people like just wreaks havoc. Like, not much good comes out of them meeting. All hell breaks loose and literally everything just falls out of place. Then tensions arise that result in murder of a beloved friend to some and a mortal enemy to others. Maybe that's a hint, I don't know. But all in all, I feel like no summary is gonna do this show the justice it deserves. It really is, honestly, one of the best shows I have ever seen, and that is saying something. I started watching it like this was a couple weeks ago, and like at night, it was at night, and I could not stop. Like, I literally pulled an all-nighter to watch this show, and of course I hated myself for it the next morning, but it was worth it. Every single episode ended in a way that left me wanting more. Like, there was absolutely no way that I could press the pause button and close my laptop and go to sleep. Like, I could not do it. Like, it was not up to me. Like, it was literally not up to me. Like, I wasn't able to do that. So the story just flows so perfectly and is very, very well written. There's so many storylines, but all of them come together beautifully, and there's like not really plot holes that I know of. Like, everything is very put together. Cinematography is mind-blowing. Oh my god, is the cinematography in this show so great. I can't explain it. You just really have to see it. Like, it's filmed so beautifully. A lot of the shots just had me mesmerized because it was so well done. And then the characters are likable. Like, even the ones you hate, like, there's some aspect of them that you like. And also, there's so much character development in this show, like, on so many ends, whether it's good or bad. Like, there's character development. Like, every character is essentially a different one by the end. I personally hate stagnant characters, so to see everyone have some sort of change by the end was very fulfilling. So if you like that, make sure to watch the show. It's also a very steamy show. Like, I was surprised. It's very TVMA. If you're into that, go for it. Watch the show. It's really a teen drama meets murder mystery that isn't incredibly confusing and all over the place. Riverdale. So, if you need something to keep you from dying of boredom this summer, watch the show. Then watch it again. Then one more time. Because I promise you, you will not regret it. And then wait for the second season in September and then stream that more than once. Boy, the way I'm promoting this show, like, I might as well be sponsored by them, but I'm not. I just really like the show, and I want you to like the show as well, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Watch the damn show. I promise you. Like, I'll give you $10 if you didn't like the show. Maybe not. I'm not gonna do that, but like, you'll like the show. I promise. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of different. It's right now 28 minutes long. I'm not sure if it's gonna be that by the time I edit it. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can cut this somehow to a 10-minute video. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I highly appreciate that. Make sure to like it if you liked it. Comment down below what show you're this passionate about. And subscribe if you enjoyed this content. If you seemed to like me, I don't know. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure to turn on the bell so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.